Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here again, back in the R&D, working on something awesome. As you've probably seen in my last video, I got some characters that I built the one character, Craft and Carl, but I also got up to building some others. Oh, excuse me. But before we get into that, I do want to welcome you. Thank you for joining the show. I hope you're interested in the community project I'm trying to start up here and maybe even participate, because that would be just great. Because it'd be a way more fun having more than just me playing in there and adding and building and seeing the ideas. Now, if I could just get my dude up there, it'd be so much better. I think I gotta make a new lift or a loading dock for my spaceship here. But yeah, that's what we're doing here. You might have seen my other spaceship, the bigger version of this. It has like the two major rockets on the back, a whole bunch of words on it that kind of describe it better. And, I like it. It's pretty cool, I think. But the game can't handle it when it separates. So, I built me a smaller one. Just a little smaller. Same shuttle, different rocket setup. So what I wanted to do is give her a really good test, fully loaded, make sure the passengers are going to stay in. Now, like I said in the last one, I've been using those small experimental bearings and then just running one of these bars through it. And you just put one of the small balls on top, the ball joint. And I'm hoping that'll hold them in place. And from the testing I've done, I haven't been able to knock them loose yet, so it's looking really promising. A little tricky to get in there, maybe, especially depending on how touchy the tech steers and does and all that, but still very doable. So there's my guy. That's Reaper X1 right there. That there is Bacon Betty. She's the one in charge of the food and making the birthday cakes. She's already got one for the trip, just in case we get hungry. Can't go wrong there. Food on the go, But yeah, I definitely need a better lift. But you know what I should probably do is I should probably mention that Saturday Showcase, where your cool and original techs could have a video of their very own, and all you got to do is have some in-game snapshots or save games of those cool and original techs. Find my Saturday Showcase auditions link in the description of all my Terra Tech videos, or all the newest ones at least. The very old ones, I'm not sure. Probably not. But most of them. About 80% of my videos will have these links. Follow it onto the thread, post those snapshots and save games to the thread it takes you to, and from there, I will make the best dang video out of it I can, and I think we'll both enjoy it, because we'll be sharing our ideas, we'll be hopefully inspiring each other and others, and having a ton of fun doing it. At least I've been having a lot of fun doing them, and I think you guys have been enjoying them. Them's my hopes, anyway. Hopefully they're right. So yeah, old Craft and Carl here, he needs a little more work to get him functioning completely correct. I'm not going to rebuild him right yet. I know he'll get in there, it's just a matter of me farting around with him. And yeah, I might have made this a little too small. I based it on the first character I had built. I think that was Useless Mo. And he went up this thing no problem, but he had different flight characteristics than these ones. So I'm going to have to change it. Now, old Betty slid in there pretty nice. Now, she's a little too big. And I don't want to have to remove any of those angled blocks from the back, because they are part of the overall look of this thing. So I think I'm just going to add one more block out the front. Just for this one. I don't think it'll even be noticeable, really, but it's going to be there because it will be needed. Got to anchor in there somehow, right? Might be the only one that ever needs it, but oh well. It's going to be there. It'll be usable. Alright, we'll get that all locked in there. Bump her forward just a wee bit and put a ball on it. Nice. And number 2, all loaded up and ready to go. So from there, let's see if old Craft and Carl's got some fuel back in the tanks. Oh yeah, he's full. And yeah, since the gauges are working now, I've been trying to use them on anything that I can. just because, oh, they're so easy, so much better than having to look for a fuel tank on your tech while it's moving and battling. You can just look down, it's like, okay, I got 2 bars left, I got 3, I got 1, I got nothing. Then you know what's going on. So easy, right? Awesome. Same with the batteries, too. The battery, oh, dang it. Fell right back out. Even the battery gauge, you know, same bonuses, maybe even more useful because more people probably use batteries than they do fuel. In general. I like to try and use both, honestly, on my builds when they're actually meant for in-game battling and campaign warfare. But you know, another thing I should probably mention, looking at these, what I consider cool and somewhat original techs, not so original anymore, but that's just because I've seen them a bunch. I built them. But other than that, which would, you know, those cool and original ones are great for the showcase. But if you would like to help a little channel grow and potentially get better, you know, the likes, the comments, those are great ways of sending in some feedback, tips, information, anything that could be of help, and it would be appreciated. But another way also is to make a small donation. And if you would like to do so, I have a paypal.me link down in the description that's set up for $2. I'm going to turn him sideways, he's a little longer. And if you make said donation, your name automatically will get entered into a draw for a possible 3D printed tech, or at least the cash value of the prize, which right now is valued at around $40. So, well, yeah, with taxes. So I'm going to try and give you enough. Well, I will give you enough to buy a $40 tech, so that'll have to include taxes. I can't count the shipping in because I don't know how much it would be, but, you know, I'm going to get you as close as I possibly can. I've been saving this money for a long time. So I figured, let's do her for Christmas. We'll get her done, and we'll see how it goes. And if we can, maybe we'll do another one later. But for that, I think we're going to need a little more participation. We've had 3 people participate. One donated more than the $2 and got himself a second entry. Because for every $2, you do get another ticket, right? That's the way I'm running it. So, if you're interested, all that good stuff is down in there. Now, as far as entering the NeuTecha project, I haven't set up threads yet. I haven't set up links. This is just kind of a heads up. Hopefully get you guys excited or interested. Thinking of ideas for characters and stuff. Because when I do get it all done up on the forums there, I'm really hoping there's at least a few new citizens to come. We'll load up the spaceship and we'll send them on to NeuTecha. And when we get the big one working in the game and separating correctly, well, then we're going to be just smiling. Because honestly, I like that spaceship just a little better. More like a lot better. But this one is pretty cool in its own rights too. I didn't go as extreme with the decorating of it, but all in all, it works pretty nice. So we got everybody loaded in. We're going to pack this up. See, that's the issue with this one. It's probably not really in the way, but it just looks in the way. So I'm going to probably end up making a new lift for that. There we go. We got me up top, Reaper X1. We got Bacon Betty in the middle. We got Handyman Hank down there. And we got Crafting Carl right there. So yeah, anytime you see an RX1 after a character or a building in the NeuTecha, probably made by me. So we got liftoff. Now with this one, it is a little different. I didn't really use that many gyros in this, so yeah, it's all control it. With that much thrust on one side, I expected it to lean back. But as it rockets up into space at 135 mile an hour, it's passing right by the 2,000 foot mark. Get her kind of leveled off because this one does not have the fuel capacity like the other one does. So we got to kind of keep an eye on that or we'll run out of room testing. Oh, there it goes. Is it going to work? Oh, nice. Look at that. Beauty. Separated. They didn't quite blow apart as far as I wanted, but it worked. That is sweet. Now we just got to get her to land right, and hopefully we don't lose anybody. Because if we lose anybody, well, we're back to the drawing board on holding passengers in their seats. Because, hey, you can tell them to put on a seatbelt, but they ain't going to listen. You got to do it for them. They're uncooperative like that. They have no interest in their own safety. They're just so excited about going to NeuTecha and a new world that they just forget all about it. Now, I was thinking of trying some aerial acrobatics, but I thought, let's not push the luck today. Let's just make sure this will work as a common space shuttle would, and then from there we'll get into whatever other craziness we can try later. Because I'm hoping to have to make a lot of trips with this one, bringing citizens over to NeuTecha. And look at that. That's like beauty. I wasn't even really on the fuel that much coming down. A lot of it was gliding. We didn't even lose anybody. And it looks to me like they just want to pop right up. So I was really hoping that it would have stood back up. But I forgot all the anchors were on the other part. And this cab is actually set to fly like that, where the other ones were set to fly vertically. Or straight up. Yeah, the way it's standing straight up. The way it started. Oh, old Betty's a little stuck in there. I'll have to give her a little wiggle to get her out of there. Come on, Betty. I'll help you, but you might have to put the cake down. I don't want to smash it. Oh, there you go. Good job, good job. So there, we got Reaper, we got Bacon Betty, we got Crafting Carl, and we got Handyman Hank. All present and accounted for. No casualties this time. Because on the other ones there, we kind of lost a useless Mo. We had to clone that one. We got him back. But then his brother, he come around. That's why we ended up with Handyman Hank. He is a little more useful than Useless Mo. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll use Useless Mo in the community. But he might be just like the comedian, the village comedian, or the village idiot. Maybe we won't. I don't want to do nothing kind of mean like that. We'll see. Village comedian, okay, but not village idiot. Hey, you're trying to take my seat. She's going to steal my spaceship. That ain't cool. Yeah, so there, we'll get these guys anchored so they ain't running around on us. Now, get this guy out and lined up. But as I'm farting around with this, I'm just going to ask you once more. I probably said it 2 or 3 times. I don't know. Like I say, my memory ain't that great. I get talking and I forget like the sentence before the one I'm working on half the time. But if you do enjoy what you're seeing, should maybe think about throwing them likes around. Comments too. And if you don't like what you're seeing, throw some comments at me. Just forget about that dislike button. That one don't really need to exist. If you don't like it, just don't hit the like button, okay? Just leave that thumbs down one alone. But if you do, go ahead. And as far as the comments, if it's just a hello, perfect. Sounds good to me. I'd love to hear from you. And after that, you could always subscribe and ding the bell. Then you'll be notified when I have something new and hopefully just as interesting. And don't forget about that Saturday Showcase. And there's also that donation appreciation program where you could be picked as a winner after making a small donation through my paypal.me link. It's all up to you. The contest is coming to an end the last week of November of 2017, so if you want to participate, get in on her. So right there is going to be our first crew that goes to NeuTecha. So if you want to participate, get building your characters. It's going to be coming soon. So until next time, keep being the awesome, keep having a good one. Bye.